Welcome folks, it is Jafer. Today we're taking a look at the North Face Borealis sling bag and the Patagonia 8-liter Atom. These are both very popular sling bags by two big brands, and I think that there's a lot of similarity to these, but some clear differences might sway your opinion on which one works best for you. I'll throw the measurements of each bag on the screen here, but the important thing is that this is 8 liters, this is recognized as 6 liters, so the North Face is going to be a little bit smaller. Both are going to be of polyester nylon, and they are water resistant. Now these do come in a variety of colors. I do like black, but when black is in contrast with very loud colors, I think it looks really cool. So I went with that option with the North Face, but they do change throughout the season. So keep an eye on those listings. This is going to be $59, whereas the Patagonia is going to be $65. They do also go on sale pretty frequently. Looking at the front though, the Patagonia one's going to have some compression straps. You can either use this to shrink the size of the bag if you need to, or if you have like a yoga mat, a sweater, things like that, you can definitely throw it in here. And with the North Face, it's going to be that traditional bungee style. I don't mind this, but if you do use a bungee cord over a long period of time, that shock cable, it tends to get stretched out. So the longevity on this is going to be a little bit less than something like standard straps. Now, despite not really liking the shock cord or bungee style, I will give the North Face props. There are 6 loops in the front here that you can use for a padlock, putting your bike lock. You can even, if you have a reusable water bottle that has a carabiner, anything, right? These are really versatile to have, especially if you're using a backpack or sling bag. I do prefer the North Face zippers. They do have these like rubber pieces to the zipper pulls, and I think this looks like a much cleaner, more durable design. The zippers themselves on both of them though are going to be pretty standard. It's nothing like any waterproofing or anything like that. You're going to have your standard handle at the top. Both are built really firm. I will say the Patagonia one does feel a little bit stiffer, so it might have a little bit more longevity on that, where I can feel the stitching on the handle for the North Face. It ends literally right here, so this might be a weak point over time, but these are small bags, so you probably are not going to be putting a ton of weight in it when you do hang it off a hook or anything like that, so I wouldn't really be too concerned about the handles. Now on the back, things get a little interesting as you have a strap for both of them, of course, that go diagonal. Now, the strap on the North Face is extremely thin. Comparatively to the Patagonia one, it is night and day. And I will say the comfort level on the strap is so much better on the Patagonia than the North Face. It just seems really cheap. It doesn't feel very premium in the strap at all. Both straps, though, do have these expandable mesh pockets where you can put a phone inside, which is really nice. You can put your car keys too if you don't want to put your phone in there, but nonetheless, I do like it because when you are wearing the bag, your phone is readily available right on your chest, and it accommodates various phone sizes. Both bags are going to be padded. The North Face one does seem a little bit more firm, at least my bag does, compared to the Atom bag. The only downside to really the Patagonia one though is going to be that there is no air channel like there is with the North Face. So this little design here does help out a lot when it's hot here in Phoenix. You do have the strap on your back. Just having that slight little breeze does help reduce that sweaty back that you might get from having a backpack or a sling bag in warm weather. So I definitely give the nod to North Face on that. There is no side pocket on the Patagonia one, so I definitely feel like that's a missed opportunity. There is one on the North Face. However, this is such a tiny pocket. It does stretch a little bit with some elastic right here, but you cannot put anything on it. A very common water bottle people will bring when they go hiking is going to be your standard, reusable water bottle or a smart water bottle, and it does not go in. You have to like force it in, and even then it wants to pop out. It's just really poorly designed. And if you do manage to find a water bottle that does fit inside of here, and bear with me as I force it in, it kind of ruins the structure of the bag the rest of the way. So if you already have a bunch of stuff inside of here and then you try shoving a water bottle in, something's got to give. The mass and the amount of room that's there, it doesn't correlate together. It's just a really poorly designed water bottle holder. So, I've tossed my keys in here, or even my phone if I had something else in here. So something that's readily available where I don't want to unzip it, I'll just toss in here. Now inside the bag, things get a little bit different. So you've probably seen these for your backpack for school and whatnot, something like a laptop or tablet sleeve. I don't use that for that because I'm not carrying something like this for a sling bag, but you do have a very large pocket that you can put stuff in. You also have a mesh pocket, and within that mesh pocket is going to be this guy right here, so you can put your your car keys, your house keys, whatever it may be, something that you don't want to dig for, it's always going to be hanging in there. I kind of wish this was on the outside of the mesh, because whatever's in the mesh is already in the mesh, and I know it's going to be in there. So I wish that this was on the outskirts of it. That way I could have a little bit more practical organization on the inside of the bag. And all these bags, by the way, the Borealis only has this white interior that I've noticed. So if you are someone that throws stuff in here that might get dirty, keep in mind if that's something that bothers you, this will get dirty pretty easily. Now with the Atom, it does have a smaller opening, which I kind of like, because the one concern I have with the North Face is how low the zipper goes on this bag. Because if I forget to zip it up or it slides down or anything like that, I'm at risk of losing almost everything in the bag. Whereas with the Patagonia, it is going all the way down, but with it being more of a mouth instead of like a wide opening like this, I have a lot more sense of security that there's not going to be any issues with it. There is a large divider in here. There's no pockets on the inside though, so keep that in mind. When it comes to me using this particular bag, it's nice having this, or even on this one, I can clip stuff to it, like say my flashlight or something like that, or if I want to clip my knife to the inside, I can do that on here, which is really cool. Now on the front, you do have a smaller pocket, and this does have the little key ring holder here, the hook on this side. So sometimes I'll connect my car keys to this, and then you have a small hole. They're going to be the same material throughout on both, but it is a little bit different on the North Face. The North Face is actually like a microfiber. I do like this because if you want to put your sunglasses or reading glasses or anything like that in here, you can do that, and it's definitely going to protect it. If you don't want to, that's fine. It's still a fairly large hole. I can fit my whole hand in here, and it does work really well for any additional storage. So these subtle differences, hopefully that kind of helps you make a decision if you're in the market for a sling bag and you're kind of torn between these two. Again, to give you a quick rundown on the North Face, I really prefer the zipper pulls. I do like that microfiber front pocket. I do like having a zippered internal mesh pocket as well. The only downside to this, the water bottle pocket is absolutely useless, and the comfort level on the strap is not there. It kind of cuts into your shoulder and into your chest, and if you're kind of a heavier set guy like me, that small cord here also kind of cuts into you. However, I do prefer the back padding on the Borealis over the Patagonia. But the Patagonia does have what I think better front-facing mechanisms for storing things, with these being these compression straps. I think it also has a better feel on the strap itself. It's a lot thicker, a lot more comfortable, does not cut into you. It also does seem to have a little bit more of a premium feel when it comes to the stitching and just all the pieces and panels that were sewn together. I think overall, once you kind of get it in your hand, you can kind of get a better sense of what I mean by that. It just feels a lot more premium than the North Face. But I do think that, the downside on the Patagonia is going to be this divider here. I think they could have done more with it by adding a pocket or something. I think that would have been a lot better than just a simple divider, or even added a pocket on the divider. That'd be really nice. Let me know in the comments if you use one of these and how much you did like it. And if you don't use it, let me know what brand you do use, because I would love to actually take a look at other brands and see what's out there, because there might even be something that is a better fit for me than these two. But until next time, I'm Jafer, and you guys stay safe.